YouTube. So, thank you very much to Garrett too for letting me know. That was, that's why I have a pre-flight checklist, and apparently I forgot. So, I was busy making sure that the game audio was working, and missed making sure that the, me audio was working. Oh well. We learn. One of the things I was saying back when I thought that I had audio is that I was maybe going to spend a little time in this game singing some sea songs. That may yet happen. And, man, I'm out of practice. Yeah, thank you, Garrett. Thank you very much. Alright. Let's bring the head round. While I pour myself some more wine as I sit in the captain's cabin and trust that none of the glasses get broken by the dangerous activities we're engaged in. Not that a Zebek like this has captain's cabin particularly. There's very little room in the aft there. Oh yeah, Garrett, you had said you had not seen red sails before, and I was saying, when you couldn't hear me, that this ship is called Le Requin. It is a Xebec, lateen-rigged, popular in the Mediterranean. Those slanted spars, common among a lot of Mediterranean merchants and pirates. Xebecs being almost fore and aft rigged, sail upwind pretty well, so that was part of it. This was available as redeemable when they added it to the game, and that's what this one is from. I still haven't lost it. But they also added it as DLC, and like all the DLC ships, you can buy it and, like, get one a day as long as you don't already have one, which is a reasonable way of making sure that you have the thing that you paid for. Because paying $10 real and then, like, losing it day one, like, to oppression would not be my ideal bit of fun. Let's bring this to bear. Out of practice. Wow. Take a couple weeks off and look what happens. Down to 4 ports on the other side. I might spend some time raking them from there. Don't think I'm going to need to repair, though. This is not really a close battle. Merchant ship, etc. I'm doing this mostly for the XP, though it would be interesting to see what's in their hull and if any of it's worth taking. The problem is that you get more XP by sinking them, and I don't have enough hold space to carry their cargo if I do. So, it's clearly not going to be for the goods, but that's alright. I've got enough money. Ugh. Not my perfect broadside. We'll bring it round. I don't like being dead to the wind in this because it doesn't sail as well downwind as a square-rigged vessel. Garrett, yeah, I'm happy to talk about it. I think if you were playing a few years ago, you probably didn't have the ship structure down the middle. You just had armor on the sides and the bow and stern armor. But now there's that third health bar down the middle. Other changes, they've tweaked, the details of, like, perks and ship skills and, like, boarding speeds and all of that, and, like, how quickly carronade effectiveness drops off. Like, they've tweaked that a million times, so that's gone back and forth, and who knows, it might be right where it started now. They're going to do a port UI update. It's on the testbed server, and I've tried it out. It's very nice, but I was waiting until it was on the real server before I would show it off on stream. But they're taking their time getting that update out, which I appreciate. If, you know, who knows? There are bugs they're working out. You know, they don't just want to drop everything on us, even though it is still in alpha. But don't know. Oh, timing's off. I don't know whether the boarding minigame was the same when you last played. Oh, a fleet, yeah. So there are perks, right? And those perks let you do a bunch of like special things, like double shot, double charge. Some of those perks are fleet perks. There are 3 of them. If you take all 3 of them, that uses up all the possible perk points you can get. But it unlocks 3 extra AI ships. I have 2 fleet perks, so I could have 2 AI ships with me. I opted not to, because I don't usually. I'll often use them to capture ships when I'm in battle, and then stick some crew on them. Yeah, Chris, double shot is pretty good. I don't actually carry it on this perk layout right now, but I've got some friends who do, and possibly you among them, and it's really effective. But yeah, the first fleet perk is like, you know, 1 point, and the next is like 3 points, and the next is like 6 points. So between all of them, it'll take all your points, but it's pretty cheap to just get 1 or 2. So I just took 2 of them and used that to be able to either capture ships in battle or, more importantly, capture ships back. Half the time, friends will lose a ship to an AI, or occasionally an enemy player, but we do much more hunting of AIs. And the best way to get it back is to have someone with the fleet perk just counter-board it and use that to... oh, their stern is messed up. Anyway, someone with the fleet perk can counter-board it and bring it back to port. Chris, you've missed, perhaps you've missed all of my terrible stern rakes, because I am out of practice. Most of them have just been, like, just too late or just too early and just, like, bouncing off their side. But it's a Z-back. I can outmaneuver them any day. See? That's an example of a too late stern rake. Ugh. Yeah, it's weird, but I love it. Garrett, did that answer your question? I hope so. I really don't want to have to repair while hunting an AI merchant ship. But, you know, I might. Cool, good. Alright. Let's bring it upwind. That's more like a stern rake. Oh yeah. I should make use of Discord at some point, but I'm just gonna stay on the stream for right now. If you're on and playing, we can sort that out. Yeah, please. All right. With my carronades, this is a bit of a stretch. Ooh, and there's some game lag in there too. Youch. Oh yeah, 92 crew. I've been, stern raking them a lot, and that's a great way to send the ball flying down the length of the ship and kill a few crew. I am over near Baracoa if you want to find me, but the battle is probably closed. But I'll be headed to Baracoa after this, I expect. Unless, conditions dictate otherwise. So... just communicating via text. And as I say, I am terrible at talking and typing at the same time, even if I'm trying to type literally the words, or even if I'm trying to say literally the words I'm typing. Alright. Oh, that was more satisfying than not. Still in our arc of fire somehow. Where the heck is Baracoa? It's on the Cuban coast. If you put in the port finder tool, it'll bring you right there, but it's it should also just be accessible if you're looking sort of southwest from Mortimer towards Cuba. That said, this battle's been going on for long enough, like 20 minutes or so, that I'm sure it's closed at this point. Alright, 90 crew, they are down to reloading their cannon very slowly. So I'm going to get on an intercept course, even though I'm only going 8 knots less now with the wind. But I want to get nice and close and demonstrate how these carronades are meant to work. Ranging shot. Ooh, bounced off already? Alright, that is undesirable. That was better. Has navigation changed? Still the same. Navigation is, as far as I know, the same. Did you have the protractor when you played? Because it's, basically Dead Reckoning. Like, you toss a protractor on the map, you draw a line, you get the compass point you need to bear to, and that's it. That is all you get. Come on, reload. Don't feel like my carronades are quite what they were. Alright. Well, let's tell those not to reload. Let's reef some sail. Let's consider boarding them. I mean, I outnumber them significantly. I just don't want to. I just want the XP. Oh, you didn't even have the protractor. Oh, man. Yeah, it helps. I'll show you when I get out of this battle. Come on. Going to have to repair at some point here. Oh. It's a little bit farcical. Alright. Setting some men on that. Paying attention to my reloads. Setting one of the cannon to rights. Boarding is G, yes. You need to prepare boarding. Hit 9 to get some men preparing. Your boarding preparation will go up to a maximum of 100. Doesn't give you points to do boarding things, and then it's a little Rochambeau-like game. But yeah, you hit G to make that happen. Can you keep it minimal? You have to be close, and you have to both be going relatively slowly. Which I find curious. I feel like it should maybe just be relative speeds. Like, if you're matching speeds, you should be able to board, but I don't really know enough about historical boarding of that sort, so maybe it was too dangerous if you were both going along at, 8 knots. I can see it being dangerous no matter what, but, Oh, that did something. But yeah, I'm trying not to board under these circumstances because I want that sweet, sweet XP. I do find myself wishing that the boarding minigame were more engaging, but I don't have a great game design solution for how to make that actually happen. In a real-time game with other people, it's hard to tell. I tried longs for a bit, and now I'm just trying carronades because I figured, oh, this is maneuverable and fast. I can always get up close to them. And I like the short reload times on the carronades. I like them a lot. So I kind of figure that more cannon is more gooder. So that was my motivation for trying this. But maybe there's some balance tweak. Maybe I'm just out of practice. I don't know. Either way. And as we sail through our own smoke, we're down to 83 crew. Really have no good excuse to not board. Chris, I am near Baracoa, but I am willing to bet this battle is closed by now, as it has, at the very least, gone on too long. Again, for the YouTube audience, my apologies. I spent half of this stream with my mic unplugged, not making any audible noise. So I'm not going to upload that part, and it's just going to be a shorter stream. But that means I can, blather about 2 years before the mast, and Dana and Melville and those folks again, and merchant ships. And I actually have some other books about naval warfare in the period actually lined up that I'll probably be reading and reporting on soon. Ooh. Okay, at 68 crew, I really, really should board. Oh. Do I board? Is that the thing that I do now? I won't get as much XP out of it, but one more stern rake, then we'll get the boarding going. Alright, get the men to boarding stations. Alright. Yeah, I'm working on it. Gotta get up close now. They're heading downwind, which is not my best point of sail. But if I can cut them off, force their nose upwind, maybe slow them down, get this boarding underway, I will. 68 of them. 68. They started with over 200. This is terrible. It's a ship of casualties. Yeah, the Xebec being lateen rigged sails very well upwind. maybe 15 or more degrees off the wind. A lateen rig is very much like a fore and aft rig, which means that you can get an airfoil effect with the draft of your sail. So as you sail upwind, it actually generates more force than the wind itself as it pulls you up in that direction. Alright, come on. Crunch. Now, we need to slow them and or us down. And I think it's under 5 knots, or maybe under 4.5. They've been tweaking it lately. Well, you see, it's not a cutter for a few reasons. One, it's got 3 masts. 2, it's got like a crew complement of 250. Like, it's very different. I mean, the cutter is for cutting out, right? It's just for going off of your ship in a smaller boat. Oh, come on. That's ridiculous. Am I gonna have to get downwind of you? I don't want to lose my bowsprit. Yeah, I can explain the mechanics of boarding. You have to hit 9 to prep boarding, build your boarding preparation up. You then have to get both close and you have to both be slow, which is best done often by forcing their nose into the wind, which is actually what's hard about that with the Xebec, because I'll end up speeding up as I do that. You want more crew than they have, and then you hit G. Once I hit G... Oh, I see what you mean. Once I hit G, I will show you what happens then. Catch them, catch them. No. Oh. This is laborious. And the guns on that side are ready. May as well get them ready. Alright, but now I'm downwind of them. I'm on a beam reach, which is a reasonably quick point of sail. I should be able to catch up pretty okay, turn my nose up into the wind, force them to be slow, cut my sail until I'm slow, or back my sails actually, and then board. Because like right now at 12 knots I have no chance of boarding them. But that's okay. They're very conveniently putting themselves in irons for me. Let's do this. Oh, damn it. If I back my sails, I actually start sailing backwards too rapidly. Yeah, the Requin is ludicrously fast, especially upwind, which actually makes boarding difficult. Unless and until you like demast them and just like come up next to them. You're playing this how can I get slow enough to board you game. Alright, battle sails should help. And then tight turn to nudge them. Come on. Come on. Should say G to board at any moment now. If I can slow them down. Break my bowsprit. Yeah, that seems a fine idea. It's always nice to break your own bowsprit. What I really want is some more force in this turn. For a little bit. Slowing them. Yeah, I think I turned a little bit too early. It would be better to be like my just behind my bow to their bow. Let's try that. Let's see if we can't get just a little bit of a better grapple going on. Losing speed. There we go. Boarding possible. Ah. Thank you, Garrett. That was what I needed. Cool. So, countdown, 10 seconds or so. You have preparation based on how long you've been preparing. You have crew, you have morale, you have basic actions. Brace gives you preparation back. I'm going to claim that I'm attacking. They're going to defend as a result. This has a 7-second cooldown. I'm then going to, at the last moment, spend a bunch of my excessive preparation to change it to fire deck guns into their defend, and that's very effective. I will then fire a musket volley at their fire grenades, or I'll just attack because they're at morale 0. Why not? Okay, they defended at the last moment, but it's good enough. Hold X, I'll put some crew on them, and I will take them back into Baracoa. Oh, and you can see they're now in my fleet as Fleet 0. I'll take them back to Baracoa, where I will sell them for scrap. Yeah, if you attack when someone's at morale 0, or your attack brings them to morale 0, you win, right? It makes sense. Your crew's flooding their decks and whatnot. That way lies Baracoa. Yeah, should be a few points off windward. But now that I have this fleet vessel, Haney, that's Prussian. i.e. the worst. Right, back to my regularly scheduled whatnot. Let's make sure there aren't any enemy players nearby, because I currently have a fleet vessel, a prize, in fact, that I'm towing in. Oh, right. Chris, you're in the Discord. Let's do that. I totally forgot. I'm sorry. Hey.
Hey, how are you doing?
Well, I think that, yes, I can hear you. I think everything's good.
Yeah, I'm at Naval. I can't remember how to pronounce it, but I'm heading down to you right now.
Nuevitas.
Cool. Yes.
Yeah, I'll see you probably in Baracoa. I am going to just make for the nearest harbor with this port. There's no sense in my doing something stupid with it.
Fleet. Now I'm in a run of me.
Oh, good.
I think it's the one actually you made me.
Oh, nice. I think I'm going to have to...
And I have it fully crewed now.
Oh, that's even better.
So, yeah.
What rank are you at this point?
I am Raider, and I have 3,600 XP off 10,000.
Lovely.
did the Constitution.
I'm
So
inching my way up. Just 1,000 and change
my
short of
have you ever heard of a
get there.
player named Sir
Oh,
John?
sorry. What was that?
Ever heard of a player named Sir John?
No, I have not.
Well, he was one of my old friends from when I was used to play as the U.S.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if I should say this on stream. I'll probably won't because right now. But do you understand what we kind of did though? I got a third rate, and I gave him the third rate. You see where I'm going here?
I'll take your word for it.
But do you see where I'm going here?
Not at the moment.
I bought a third rate, and I gave him the third rate.
You'll have to explain later.
Let me just. Yeah.
I'm sure.
I'll just put it in
I'm
Discord.
sure there's some chicanery going on that is, above my pay grade. So.
Yeah, it's a politics happening over here.
I don't do much of that.
No, so I sank it. If you understand what the point I'm trying to make.
They're still playing U.S.
Yes, and he has a harbor at La Torture.
Yeah.
La Torture.
Yeah.
Yes, so it was kind of convenient. I was sweating bullets though going by the Prussians. I'll tell you.
Yeah, tell me about it. When I was,
please don't find me. I think the Swedes found me on my way back, and I'm like, you could just sink me. I just got 2k XP, so I was in the Hercules, so you could just sink me. I got 2k XP. I'm a happy man.
when I was first playing on the PvP server, I would take unarmed merchant vessels between Mortimer and La Tortue to carry tea and things like that, and I got away with it. Like, I have no idea how. I just managed to carry cargo in this, completely unarmed vessel.
They should have that. If you have a completely unarmed ship, you should not be able to attack it.
No, because I think part of what's exciting for me, like, in that is being chased. Like, I did at one point get chased by some Swedes in that vessel, carrying a load of cargo, and I was able to outsail them just by inches. That was what was fun about it, right?
It was the funniest thing though was it was like 7 Swedes that jumped me. They're like, "You're not the guy we're looking for," and then they still sank me anyway.
Well, once you're in a battle instance, I mean, come on.
Yeah, but it was kind of funny. They're like, "Oh, tell this guy and this guy." I said hello and all that. I'm like, "Okay, you have a good day." I'm getting sunk because I didn't even fight back. I'm like, "Yeah, you guys just sunk me."
At some point,
I mean, I put a
it's
broadside
worth it just to strike your colors.
for XP.
Yeah. I was in a Bologna escorting 2 of my Indiamen full of cargo at one point and got ganked by some Prussians. They had a Requin that obviously could tag me. And then once I was in the battle, 2 other Bolognas and a frigate of some sort showed up. At which point it was like, 4-on-1, my merchant vessels are not gonna, like, their AI captain, it's more worth it to tell them to run away. And they got away, and that was fine, and, the escort did what the escort was there for. I fought until the merchant vessels could escape. But, it was very much that, I am going to lose this ship, but I'm going to make it as annoying and costly for you as I can, sort of moment.
Mm-hmm. Just focused on one of them, just be like...
Well, no, they did this thing where 2 of them wedged in front of me, so I couldn't move forward. 1 wedged downwind of me, so I couldn't make any leeway. And then the third just, came up and stern-raked me. So I couldn't focus on one. They were all on me. All right. Let's...
I think I'm at, Yeah, I'm not even close to you right now. I'm still 2 ports away. I don't know if no one has gone after us with these ports yet.
Sorry?
I'm amazed that no one has, contested all these ports being here.
Yeah, I mean... I think... Ooh, someone's playing a character named Israel Hands. One of my favorite characters from Treasure Island, just based on his name. The Cuban coast, I feel like... because it's enough deep water harbors and stuff like that, I think we're holding it kind of okay. I'm actually impressed that the Prussians have sort of been letting Exuma and Crooked, if not go, at least letting them sort of be easier to
Yeah.
take. They're less defended.
I'm amazed that the Americans have let us taken 2 ports up there so far.
All right, selling the LGV.
What just happened to my game?
Dimensional. Oh, did something happen to you?
I don't know why my game froze for
Yeah,
a second.
I've been
I don't
having
know.
some laggy times tonight too.
Might be the server.
All right, back to my fleet.
But now I'm amazed how we have San Mateo and St. Mary's.
San Mateo and St. Mary's. Where are you looking? Is that up in the northern Bahamas?
Florida.
Oh, in Florida. We have Wakata too. We have Hobe. Whatever.
Well, I mean,
I see what you mean.
that thing
Up
makes
at the very top.
No.
In Timucua.
Yeah. I don't think any of those you could take though, because they're American.
Yeah, Brunswick.
Oh, past San
yeah,
Mateo.
Brunswick is in the American Green Zone.
You can't take any of those up there.
I might.
I mean, when I used to play as the Americans, you just go up to Wanton's Ferry and just farm.
Yeah, I mean,
no worry on the planet.
up here, Little River, of course, is takeable, but other than that, nothing is. And like, honestly, who's going to take Little River? It's surrounded by Green Zone American ports. You know?
Yeah. The Russians, maybe.
That's fair.
Do they have any other ports besides the Bermuda?
Every once in a while, they've been getting some things down in like the Caymans and stuff like that.
I think they have all the hidden islands.
I think they have the secret island near the Kraken.
That would be pretty cool though if we got the secret island since we're pirates.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
It would make sense
Kids
though.
Island, right?
Yeah. That would make sense though. That would be funny if we all started fighting over
They
Kids
have
Island.
Cape Canaveral. They
Really?
have Cape Canaveral, which is ironic given the
rockets.
U.S. Russian space program, etc. Right?
Yeah, they're gonna go launch some rockets now.
I would, wouldn't you?
Yeah. There's third rates here.
All right.
Now, I think I'm starting to get close to you because I can see the not Cuba, but I can see St. Nicholas maybe at the other side of Cuba.
Oh, really? If you're coming down from Nuevitas, I would expect. No, I think you might be on the wrong side of the Bay of Puerto de Nipe. If you're probably seeing the rest of Cuba from where you are.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're right.
I've sailed this coast a few times. I wish I had in reality. Oh well.
At the same time, you don't want to see communists driving diesel-powered American cars.
I mean, there's a lot to recommend Cuba, too.
Yeah. Oh, what's this? A trader's snow. That's tempting. A British trader's snow.
All right. Repairs.
That's really tempting. I'm going to attack this trader's snow,
All
I
right.
think.
I'm going to sell some things and head up in that direction.
All right. And what else do we have? Third rate. I'm definitely not attacking that. If I did, you might as well cut off my legs and call me Shorty.
What vessel are you in? You're in a Renommee? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, a second rate you would actually stand a better chance against because you could outmaneuver it sufficiently. But I think a third rate is just maneuverable enough that it would actually be worse for you.
What was the ship? It was a the third rate I bought earlier was only like 100,000.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I sank it for myself.
All right.
100,000 for 2,000 XP isn't a bad deal, I don't think.
I am going to set sail. And this.
Well, let's start with the AG. This ship, G or is it a B?
What ship do you mean?
The ship I sank earlier, the third rate.
The Bellona? Or what?
No. It was 4 letters. It was like something S-A.
Oh, I don't know. All right. Coast is clear. Oh, it's a literal coast, and it's clear. That's funny. I see how it works. All right. I have been streaming for like 40 minutes since I got the audio fixed, which would be fine to keep going from, but like I'm kind of exhausted because I spent all that time talking into a dead mic. So I'm going to cut the stream here, and fair winds to you all, and I will hopefully see you not next week because that's Halloween, but at some point around next week. I'll make it happen. And catch you later.